3 under, but 7 shots back of Scheffler seems pretty difficult to make up. And his buddy Shane Lowry, who won there in 19, had kind of a crazy scene today. His ball was in the, I guess, fescue. He took a practice swing and the ball seemingly moved. And I saw some video of him snapping all over that place. And he's got a reputation of this happy-go-lucky kind of, just out having a good time. I think that is completely inaccurate, the assessment of him. Like, he's a hothead on the course, Lowry.
Oh, yeah.
And yet that's his rep, like, just a good old guy having fun, let's go out for a beer. I don't think that's who it is on the course, man. Like, in between the ropes, he's fiery, Shane Lowry.
Yeah, he is pretty fiery, and I'll tell you, they took him into, they told him what had happened while he was on the golf course and said, don't sign your scorecard till we get through, and they took him back in. I mean, I think if you look at the video very close, you can kind of see it oscillates a little bit. But he said he really couldn't see any kind of a movement. He didn't think it moved at all. He said, but I don't want to be known as a cheater, so I took the 2-shot penalty. And it's probably a smart move because you don't want to end up like Patrick Reed,
right,
where everyone's second guessing you. But he does have a little bit of a fiery temper when he's on the golf course. He's pretty good off the golf course, and some of that has to do with the Guinness. But but he's a good guy. But if you want to talk hotheads, I don't know if you saw John Rahm, but he was slamming a wedge and kicking his wedge down the fairway and giving it a big spanking for some bad shots. That wasn't too good. But there's some guys who leave it on the golf course, thank goodness.
Yeah, and Rahm even par, so he's not going to do anything this weekend. DeChambeau made the cut. He's at 1 over, but Lowry's at even par even with that penalty. But, it's an interesting time in golf. Like you mentioned, Hadwin and, the Barracuda, I think, is where they're playing right now, the B tournament. Joel Damon's in that. Damon famously split up with his caddy this week, who, that was a pretty prominent story in that Full Swing Netflix doc. And Colin Morikawa's gone through multiple caddies, and Max Homa's gone through like 10 of them. Like, is this just normal behavior, or is it like uber competitive between player and caddy? Because there seems to be a lot of turnover on tour right now.
Yeah, it's I don't think it's sometimes you got to remember too. Sometimes it's the caddy firing the player.
Right.
And I think that's a certain situation with Colin Morikawa, who's not the friendliest guy, I don't think, all the time. At least he's getting a reputation as that. So, he might find it tough to find a good fit. And I'm not sure if there's just an extraordinary number of them or if it's just more high-profile guys. The Joel Damon one was one that I never thought, because those guys have been together since university, where they played together. But Joel Damon's looking for a fresh start. He's looking for something. He needs a fresh face on the bag or some encouragement. Sometimes you just get stale, and these guys just do it for the sake of a change. So it's tough to figure out right now. It's a little bit like, grab a seat when the music stops and hope you have a golf bag somewhere along the line for the caddies.
Big time. Big time.
Bob, I'm wondering, how does that process work? Like, I'm guessing looking for a caddy, you don't just throw it up on Kijiji and say, hey, I'm looking for a caddy. So is it word of mouth? Like, how does that kind of come together when you're looking for someone? Or I might have a guy, or I might know someone. How does that fit together?
Yeah, basically, if you're a tour caddy, you've got some history and some reputation. You let everybody know, and you let agents know, and then the agents will spread the word, and it circulates pretty quick. This is a traveling road show that goes from week to week, so if you're a pretty good name, then you're gonna probably find a bag somewhere along the line, and it's tough though, because it's all personalities. It's not so much, all these guys, basically all the tour caddies right now are basically golf professionals. They're guys who can play the game very well, so they can work with you and coach with you, and sometimes there's a fit that personality-wise that it meshes. And I think of Brennan Little, who caddies for so many years for Mike Weir and now working with Gary Woodland. He had a stretch in between there where he kind of floated and went to 2 or 3 different guys, and all of a sudden he lands with Woodland, and they're basically inseparable. But Brendan Little played in the United States Senior PGA Championship. He qualified for it, so he's obviously a good golfer as well. And that tends to be the situation. But mostly it's word of mouth, and if you're unemployed, you let everybody know that you're unemployed if they don't already know.
Well, we'll see what comes with this weekend. Again, Scheffler, not just in the hunt. He's the pace car. He's got a one-shot lead. There's some big names that are up there. but it's going to be tough to track him down. If he plays like he did today, I believe he was the low score, 7 under par. Does that again tomorrow. See you later. Turn the lights out. All right, Bob. Enjoy Saturday and Sunday the golf. We'll do it again soon. Thank you for this.
All right, take care, everybody. Have a good weekend.
You got it. Bob Weeks, our TSN golf reporter.
Hey, so I have a question.
Holes in. Yeah, go ahead.
Does Scheffler have any chance of catching, maybe not Nicklaus, but and maybe not Tiger, but does he have a chance of climbing right up there?
I don't
or no?
think so. The fact that Tiger couldn't catch Nicklaus, there's no way anyone's getting 18 majors. No chance.
But could he get to 10 or he's
10,
at 3 now?
I think because we're in the eye of the storm, it seems possible. Yet I remember we were having those conversations about McIlroy a decade ago. This guy's going to run off 8, 9, 10, and then it took 11 years for him to win another one. Jordan Spieth, the same thing. Spieth came in, won a Masters, won an Open Championship, won a U.S. Open. He's got 3/4 of the Grand Slam, and he hasn't won anything in years. So I don't think it's possible. I mean, Koepka's up to 5 in his career, I believe.
Rory is 5, I saw.
Rory's got 5. And
to win 5 more seems impossible.
Yeah, it's just not going to happen. So if you're Scheffler, you've got 3 in the bank now, 2 Masters and a PGA. I feel like I think what's more likely for him is to rack up 4 or 5 Masters. I think that's possible. I think Tiger's got 5, 4 or 5 green jackets, and Nicklaus, I think, has 5 or 6 green jackets. Is that possible that he runs off 2 or 3 more and gets into that company? I think it is, because it's a smaller field. You go back to the same course every year. He knows it. He loves it. He dominates it. He's in his prime. But to run off 7, 8, 9 more majors with U.S. Opens and PGAs and all that, I just don't think it's possible. Coverage of the 153rd Open from Royal Port Rush on Overdrive, brought to you by Subaru. Head to your local Subaru dealer for lease rates from 1.99% for 24 months on select models. See dealer for details. All right, Dear Hazy B coming up. Best Bets coming up. Jays Giants tonight. Verlander on the mound for the Giants, and Chris Bassett on for the Jays. Overdrive continues. TSN 1050 and on TSN 2.